Strong-Callahan feud. 1864, Captain Strong is going to kill Hiram Miller, Jesse Spencer, and Jerry South, Breathitt County Confederates. On January 19, 1864, Union Captain William Strong set out on a raid with a pile of horses and a pile of Union men, and they went after the Confederate white supremacists, motherfuckers still hanging around and about Breathitt County, Kentucky. Crockettsville is the headquarters of Union soldierry, black liberation, the end of slavery. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. Hiram Miller, he's a rich, powerful man. Breathitt County stayed loyal to maintaining the system of slavery for 4 years. Throughout the entire Revolutionary Civil War, Hiram Miller was a Confederate fuck, and therefore he needed to be killed quickly and without ceremony. No parades were conducted in Hiram Miller's honor. Hiram Miller, Confederate, was just shot through the head, shoved into a ditch by Captain Strong's men. Next, Captain Bill Strong went to Cane Creek on the North Fork of the Kentucky River, about 3 miles from Jackson, to one Sarah Haddix's house. Confederate Sarah Haddix ran off just in the nick of time. Sarah Haddix found a small boat, which she used to carry herself across the river to the home of Jesse and Elizabeth Spencer. At Sarah Haddix's house, Captain Bill Strong made out a plan to go after some more Confederate treasonous, traitorous, oppressor, criminal motherfuckers, including the Spencers. When Captain Bill showed up to the Spencers' house, 33-year-old William Spencer ran away into the hills of Breathitt County. Captain Bill Strong and his men rode their horses up to the Spencer home, and they shouted for the Spencers to come out. Jesse and Elizabeth came to the door with their hands up. Bill Strong and his men searched for that Confederate piece of shit, William Spencer, who had absconded not a moment prior. Captain Bill Strong's policy during the Revolutionary Civil War was to kill the enemies, the Confederates, even if they were just rebel scouts who were 65 years of age, like Jesse Spencer was. Elizabeth tried to say that they didn't choose a side during the Civil War, as if that's any better. Neutrality during injustice is choosing the side of the molester, oppressor, criminal fucks. Desmond Tutu. So Captain Bill Strong took Confederate Jesse Spencer out to the fence gate, shot him in his head. Captain Bill Strong folded Jesse Spencer over for good, but Bill Strong let Elizabeth Spencer live. He spared Elizabeth Spencer's life. Jesse and Elizabeth Spencer were both slave-owning pieces of shit. Jesse owned at least one slave that Captain Bill Strong liberated January 19, 1864, Breathitt County. But there were graves for 10 black folks on Jesse Spencer's property. How come the Spencers? Why was Jesse Spencer collecting all those black corpses? Sounds like racket more than music. Then Captain Bill Strong drove away most of Spencer's livestock, went into the house, split open the feather beds with their knives, and allegedly, Captain Bill Strong and raiders poured their jugs of sorghum molasses into the feathered ticks. Why would you pour jugs of sorghum molasses into the feathered ticks? It makes no sense. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Bill Strong, he took hams, middlings, and shoulders from the smokehouse. Bill Strong and the raiders, they took hams and middlings. They destroyed property, took soldiers. Hams, middlings, and shoulders were taken from the smokehouse. They destroyed property and liberated Jesse and Elizabeth Spencer's slave. Could you imagine that? Two white assholes thinking that it's good and proper and right to own another human being's body, mind, spirit, and their labor? Jesse and Elizabeth Spencer would have continued to steal the energy of black folks and steal their work, just like they've been doing for decades. Captain Bill Strong spared Elizabeth Spencer, but her racism was no less poignant, toxic, sick, and criminal. White womanhood? That might have been what Jesse Spencer was fighting for the entire time. White womanhood. I'd like to think that the 10 black folks on Jesse Spencer's property had died in natural causes, but they probably died, if they did die in natural causes, 10, 20, 30 years earlier. If they weren't outright murdered in cold blood because they didn't clean out the chicken coop, spick and span. Now, those graves are located in a town in Breathitt County called Wolverine, at a point called the North Fork of Kentucky River. This is fantastic. This is the spirit, the souls of those 10 black folks have come out in the name of the town, Wolverine. So there's a town called Wolverine. Captain Bill Strong and his Raiders went to Holly on the Frozen Creek section and shot Nathan Day. Nathan Day is going to run off and survive. And then Captain Strong and his Raiders are going to go into old Jerry South's house. Old Jerry South. I guess he had to be for the South. His last name is South. Jerry South. One of Captain Bill Strong's Raiders is going to shoot Jerry South in the leg above the knee, shattering his leg. With a little help from his friends, Jerry South limps away into the woods, and he's able to hide in the darkness for all throughout the night and for a couple of weeks. Why did Americans tolerate the bullshit institution of slavery for such a long time? This is 1864, but black folks just got integration in 1964. What is that, 50 years ago? You racist fucking white supremacist. Caroline South brought food and water to Jerry South in the woods. She's aiding and abetting. Caroline South is aiding and abetting Jerry South. He's in the woods with a busted leg for about 2 weeks. Jerry South hides in the woods. And then his Confederate buddies make a sled for him because they're going to make a getaway. They fill it with hay to make sure it's all comfortable. He's got a busted leg, but guess who appears on the scene? Just like William Wallace, Captain Bill Strong appears on the scene before Jerry South gets a chance to go anywhere. Bang, bang, 2 shots in the dark. Now Jerry's dead. Just moments prior, Jerry South asked Bill Strong and the Raiders, knowing that the jig was up, just not in the face. You think Captain Bill Strong and his Raiders gave a flying fuck about his? Jerry South was laying on the sled in the hay with a broken leg. Caroline South was right there, and they shot him in the legs, in the arms, in the body, in the head. They shot the shit out of Jerry South. Captain Bill Strong spared Caroline South's life, but he's going to destroy all of her bee gums. All right, Caroline South, you can live, but your bee gums are going to get destroyed. William Spencer would return and ask for some money regarding the destroyed property and his, slave. His slave, right? He wasn't awarded jack shit, just as it should be. Captain Bill Strong is going to return home from the Civil War, and immediately he's recruited with others to be a part of the Three Forks Battalion of Kentucky State Troops. So this federal insurgency, this federal war is now being changed to a state police action. Things are getting better. Malcolm X, he says, wrong is wrong, no matter who does it or says it. Be peaceful, be courteous, obey the law, respect everyone. But if somebody puts his hand on you, you send him to the cemetery. Nobody can give you freedom or justice. If you're a man, you take it. Truth is on the side of the oppressed. If you're not ready to die for it, put the word freedom out of your vocabulary. Strong-Callahan feud, 1864. Captain Strong kills Hiram Miller, Jesse Spencer, and Jerry South. Breathitt County Confederates.